Hi, welcome. This is Gail. I thought I would show you where I am at with the Dee Dee Farago 3 in 15 challenge for making the pockets and tags. And this week, week 9, episode 1, it is about making paper clips to go along with some of those pockets and tags. And as I watched Dee Dee's, I was kind of like, I think I know where I'm headed with those, but I would like to see one done before I start putting a bunch of them together. And I thought you might be at the same place I am. So, this is what I did. Now, hers were close to 2 inches by 3 inches. I just decided let's round it off 2 by 3. They are paper clips, and they are adorable in that you have a little pocket here, like a little hidden writing place. And so I made these cutesy little pieces of paper that you can write on out of scraps from the notepad that goes along with these, okay? Now, notice it's got the little collar. That's so cute. And this is to go in a woodlands forest type journal. And so these hares, I guess, I don't know, hare, rabbit. Anyhow, and I thought I wanted to use that paper. And I thought it would make a cute paper clip. So I did cut up a 12 by 12 sheet of paper to utilize it. I have, to adorn it, used some cheesecloth that I had already dyed that matches the color very well, and put a little word wander on there. And I had embossed some butterflies, and I thought that just sort of jazzed it up a little bit. Nothing super fancy because it is a rather rustic journal. At least that's where I think I'm heading with it. And I had to go out and buy some paper clips, and I was at TJ Maxx this past week, and I picked up 120 medium ones for, looks like, $4.99, and I'm wrong. It was Home Goods, not TJ Maxx. I went to both. They're so similar. So, anyhow, that's what I'm using for my clip. Now, I did have one strip left that was going the opposite direction, and I thought, well, I can still make a paper clip with a compartment out of that. And indeed I did. And I also used a spare scrap for the inside little note paper. And the exact same concept here, wild at heart. Okay, so I did decorate it up. Now, Dee Dee will tell you that we're not at decorating yet. We're just making. So the emphasis in this little short video by me is on making the paper clips themselves and not on decorating. However, I have to tell you, it's one of the things I always like to see a finished product first and know where I'm headed. So I wanted to make one up and decorate one up and go, okay, this is kind of where I'm headed. Doesn't mean I have to do the exact same decoration on both, but it does mean I have some idea of the vision, okay? So while I was doing that, I went ahead and cut up some more small pieces of paper to go inside these, because the rest of these are the smaller ones, okay? Because this is the size that Dee Dee was having us make. Well, close to the size. I just rounded it up to a 2 by 3. So it's 2 across and 3 up in height. Okay? So let's get started. So the first thing I did was cut a strip of paper that was 2 inches wide. And actually, let me double check. I want to say 9. And yes, 9 inches long. So 2 by 9. Then I used my board to put in some of the fold lines, and the first fold line is at 3, and yep, it's at 3, and then the next one is at 6. So you have a fold at 3 and then a fold at 6. Pretty easy peasy, right? So now you just kind of have to decide how you want your paper clip to look in terms of direction, if you have to be concerned about a directional image. And as you can see, I really wanted that to be on the back, but the only way would be if I cut it off and re-glued it. A lot more work than needed to be. And this looks fine on the back this way. So, easy peasy. Now, remember, we have a little collar. So what I did was I just made a little fold in the center, just a little one, and I came down about a 1/2 inch. Okay, it will tear if you're not cautious here. So down about a 1/2 inch, and then fold out my collar. And I don't really need my collar to be huge on here. It can be, but I didn't really want it to be huge. I just want it to be an area that you can see. Okay, cute, I know there's something behind there. Now, before I do any gluing, I want to go ahead and do a little bit of distressing, especially around this collar area. Okay, getting those little tabs just a bit. Okay, good to go. Now, might as well go ahead, finish the distressing, and I am using Brush Corduroy Distress Ink, but you can use whatever. Now you have to remember that this top part is going to show, and in there where that V is going to show, so I want that to look distressed as well. Okay, and then the back, because that might show. And voila, that's all the distressing necessary. Okay, and so next, we're going to glue. So I'm going to glue this front part down first. And I'm sorry about the shadows. It's the wee hours of the morning. Okay, and gonna glue that flap down. I'm gonna glue that little collar down. Not much glue, just a hair. Pardon the pun, because, oh, what is that, a hair? Okay, then, back here, time for the paper clip. Okie dokie, now I can decide how I want this to go. This one I made to come from the left. And this one should probably then come from the right, I'm thinking, right? Whoopsie. So let's do that. Okay. So, pretty easy peasy. Now I could make it come from the bottom as well, if I wanted to. So, now some people might prefer to use Fabri-Tac or something really heavy here, but I have not had a bit of problem with just using my Barely, I think it's called Barely Art glue. I really am enjoying that. It gives me a few more minutes of flexibility to move things than art glitter glue. And supposedly I'll be able to get it year-round and not have to worry if I run out in the middle of winter. Because with art glitter glue, you can't, because it gets ruined in the cold. So, we'll see how that goes. Okay, just gonna press that down, go back over here. Oh, looks like I've got some glue. Let me get some paper to mop that up. There we go. So, voila. There is our first one done. And you can see, doesn't take long at all. Now, not decorated, of course. However, it's done. I have these done. So, let's keep going and see how long does it take us. Okay, oh, this one, I'm not going to have a rabbit on, or a hare, shall we say. Let's see. Okay, let's do one that will. Okay, just coiled that right on up there, didn't I? Okie dokie. And a little fold. Maybe I'll go down a little bit further, but I have the ears to contend with on my bunny rabbit here, so I don't want to ruin that so you don't see his little baby ears. Okay, good enough. Let's distress. We'll get a little system going here, huh? Hope everybody's doing well. We had a rainy day here in Michigan today. Cooler, I believe 50s. Didn't get out today. Just stayed in and enjoyed the indoors. Okay. That's easy enough. Now we glue. And the collar. Now obviously you can go further down because I have the image there. I'm not, but I could if I wanted to. And I see I just have a little bit sticking out there. Don't like that, so cut it off. Okay, now for the paper clip. Let's see here. Let's just take out a bunch. Okay, so we have one coming from either side. Let's do one coming up from the bottom, shall we? So we could actually hook that on the bottom of a page for a change, right? Okay. I just make sure I have a lot of glue around that. But really, it's not like these get tons of wear and tear. So mine have always held up pretty well without having to use Fabri-Tac, and Fabri-Tac's kind of expensive and it stinks. To me anyhow, it stinks. If you're afraid it's not going to hold, you can always go in and put a clip on there and hold it down, but I don't usually have a problem. Okay, so number 2 done. I'm not going to put the little card in yet, not until everything's dried. All right, here's another one. And bam. Yeah, it's kind of where it hits the little hair. He's off to the side on this one, huh? There's nothing that says it has to be centered, though. And with this one, then, I can make the little collar a tad bigger, right? Okay, time to distress. Okay. Get the back. So it's basically the back and the front, and then down inside the little V. Easy peasy. Okay, gluing these very easily in the time frame of 15. Whoopsie, got a little carried away there. When I craft at this time of the morning, it's rather hard, the lighting, to see everything. And I'm getting a little low in my glue. It's time to refill. I don't know what it is, whether I use a funnel or not. It's like a big bubble forms at the top, and I have to keep shaking it to get the fluid to go down inside. It's very weird. Okay, let's have the clip come from this side this time. Okie dokie. Having a lot of fun doing this Dee Dee Farago challenge, getting a lot done in terms of embellishments for some journals, and yeah, hope it all turns out well for everybody and that you're getting a lot done as well. right in around that clip. Okay. There we go. There's 3. So we're doing more than the required amount. But might as well keep going because I can. And I have more cut out than I need, but and to the back. So obviously you can make these any size you want. I choose this size because I don't want my paper clips to be too huge. But again, if you wanted to, you could make them smaller. There's nothing that says they have to be this big even. I was just looking over here, one of my friends, well, Lori, from Grammy's Keepsake, showed me how to make these little teensy weensy ones. And you can put a little tag inside there. Those are super tiny. So, I mean, you can make something that tiny even if you like. But these are some I've made in the past. So, see, you can do, oh yeah, I should curl the edges. That just keeps it from sticking more. So, you know, this is a nice little size too for a paper clip. Yes, I need to curl my edges. I do like that effect a lot. Okie dokie. Just putting a dot of glue there because really that's all you need. Okay, I think it's time for it to come from this side. Now, Lori and I will be streaming again this weekend. I will be at her house for a craft weekend, and so we will be streaming from there. I am not yet sure which day we will stream, so I will keep you posted. We'll try to send out a reminder this time, and yeah, we'll see where we're at. have a couple of videos I have to make before I head that way on Thursday, though, so we shall see. Okay, voila, there's another one. We'll do one last one. This one's different because no bunny, so this one will be a little more fun to decorate. And also, I can go down a little bit further and make a bit bigger collar. So let's do that this time. But I will tell you, there is some stress on that little peak there, so you do have to be careful because it will tear. Super easy paper clips though, aren't they? Super easy to make. And fun. Okie dokie. A little drop of glue. Shall we do another one up from the bottom? Kind of like to do something different like that every now and then. Okie dokie. Before I do any more gluing, I am going to have to fill this bottle. And again, I'm sorry about the shadows. I know it's kind of irritating, but there's not much I can do about it at night. This home was built at a time where they didn't put lights in the center of the room. And so I just have a light here up on top of my computer cupboard, and then one off to my left that actually lights up the closet that is my craft closet that I am organizing. So yeah, okay, well there you have it. There is that one. So much easier to do in terms of time frame and getting them done in 3 and 15. Lori and I seem to struggle with that time frame, and if you've ever watched our streams, you will notice for sure. So let me show you where I am so far with the tags and the bags, and I have more to do. So what else have I been up to this week? Well, I've been making some painterly papers using old book pages. I followed a tutorial by Robin Dudley House. And so what I'm going to do next is some stamping on these. Aren't these pretty? They are watercolor. They're metallic watercolors. And they have such a beautiful sheen. So, it's been fun. Now this one, maybe not so much so. But anyhow, just playing, getting used to them. And these are, I got these at TJ Maxx when I was there. And I really like them. And let me pull them so you can see what I got at the rate I'm going. Here we go. They're by Kmart. And they are mixed media gel sticks. And they are wonderful. And so, they're really, they say, soft and buttery, and they aren't kidding. They come in, let me get these out and show you, these really neat cases, and, yeah, helps if you do it the right way, Gail. And I'll show you. These are the yummy sticks, and you rub them on, and you can smear them with your finger. I of course added some water, and it gave it a sort of watercolor effect, and really had fun just playing. So there are 2 sets of them in there. Lots of fun doing those, and that's what these are. So I was planning to learn how to use them, but I'm going to try to use those in some of my collage. And see what I can do with them. So I've been doing some of that this week. And also I wanted to show you, this is the Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. And you have to go to their website. So just Google Barely Art, but I really do like it a lot. In fact, I am probably going to be going there soon too, because I am almost out. So let me show you what I've done with the bags. If you watch the stream, you've already seen this, but I've got all of these done now. I don't know that I would call this decorating, but my tab is something cutesy, and I don't think that I'm going to put much else on here, so this might be done. And this, of course, is the cute little bag. I might end up putting some sort of a word or saying down here. I have a tag inside, and you viewers told me that it was a tie between the white background and the blue or teal background. So that's exactly what I did. And again, remember the backs were like this. So there are those. These will be going in my bird journal, which I want to finish and get filmed within the next day or so before I go to craft at Lori's. Next, I had these bags, and these are going in my woodland journal. And even though we weren't to decorate, Dee Dee had done collage. This is my collage. And so it kind of looks like a scene, but yeah. So I have a cutesy little squirrel. Is there only one there? Yeah. And then I have a rabbit, little porcupine, and yeah, little mouse. Okay. Ooh. Alrighty. And this is lovely mushroom paper that my daughter found for me at Salvation Army. Now, I did do one tag, and I am going to be working on doing some more. This, of course, is corrugated cardboard. This is a piece of rice paper from Stamperia, and it's actually a fox, but I don't know that you can tell that with the way it's done. And I did add this interesting trim, and yeah. So this is probably not done yet either, but in terms of decorating, but again, we aren't at the decorating stage yet. That's my understanding, anyhow. Okay, so there are those. Then the last ones were these bigger ones, and these are all alike. Okay, all alike. Now, I have not made a tag yet for the inside, but it is going to be out of corrugated cardboard, I believe. I've been looking. I have some here, and I have not found it yet, so I have to go down to my dungeon, the basement, where my other craft room is or was. Okay, so I'll show you those when I get those done. And the last thing that I did was to prepare some decoupage of napkins on this board. They're actually like big flashcards. When I taught, I used them for big flashcards in my classroom. So there's a lot of fall in here. It was very interesting because this napkin, it had 4 panels, but only one panel had the veiny gold. So, yeah. And then this one, this will go in a botanical. Another one to go in a botanical. This one is for the birds. This will go, I'll cut this up and use this for tags in the bird journal. And this is the same napkin. It's just bigger. Okay. I don't know why I did 2 of those. I'll use them though. Another lovely Thanksgiving, fall, autumn scene. Some more beautiful leaves. This one I really love. Reminds me of Marjolaine Bastine. I don't know her artwork. And there, of course, we have a lovely sunflower scene, and sunflowers tend to remind me of the fall. And here's a happy harvest. This one I got last year. I think I have some more around here somewhere, but anyhow, so that's what I've been up to. I hope that something that you've seen tonight has inspired you, and that you will get out there and make something. Have some fun. Get out there and create. Stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.